Hello and welcome into Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports. We got a division matchup tonight between the Webster Thomas Titans and the Churchville-Chili Saints. I'm Matt Winthrop. Joined alongside me is VJ Stanley, and it's the first of the two meetings between these two teams, and VJ, should be a good matchup as both teams are off to a pretty successful start so far.
Yeah, the season's early though for the kids. We just turned the calendar in January. Watch these teams a lot over the years. Dave Evans and his team make sure that they forecheck, they really go. So there's going to be a real deal in the neutral zone, and by that we mean they've got to control the puck there. Churchville-Chili's got to disrupt, but more importantly, Dave Evans' team is known for forechecking. And Churchville-Chili has got to get, Brian Young's got to get this team to get that puck out of the zone.
All in all, it should be another good matchup for your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. We'll be back with the coaches' interviews after this. You're watching Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports.
It's the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. Tonight's matchup is at Webster Ice Arena, where the Webster Thomas Titans are hosting the Churchville-Chili Saints. Starting for the Titans, forwards, number 11, Spencer Nucitelli, number 16, Colin Horan, and number 19, Ian Lacroix. On defense, number 4, Luke Scaroni, number 14, Ryan Bracolo, and number 1, Ryan Babineau in goal. Starting for the Saints, forwards, number 8, Jordan Alves, number 11, Matt Koch, and number 21, Zachary Olson. On defense, number 3, Matthias Horvath, number 17, Eric Andolina, and number 1, Nick Anderson in goal.
We're here with Churchville-Chili head coach Brian Young, coach tonight against Webster Thomas, a divisional opponent. We're about at the halfway point of the season so far, so what do you like out of your team?
You know, I like the character that our guys have shown so far. Everybody's really bought into the systems. Guys have bought into the team. A lot of hard work, and the development we see day after day is better than we've seen in the past. So, we're one of those rising teams. Some teams come in and they're good to start and kind of stay there and they plateau. That's not us. We've been continually improving every day, so I'm looking forward to that trend to continue.
And, two guys who stand out to me as far as, who could be maturing and rising up are the Quinn brothers, sophomore and freshman respectively, your leading point getters. What do you like out of these guys, and how have you seen the maturation process for them as well?
Anytime you have two players that played together, whether they're siblings or not, you always get good chemistry. And those two boys work hard for each other and with each other. And we can really complement those two with anybody else on that line, and we'll see some production. So they're both very hard-working boys. They're both very good athletes. They're in great shape. And like I said, they really work hard for one another. And, that natural chemistry moving the puck is there.
Now, Ben Trembeth has been your starter for most of the season, done pretty well, but it's been an interesting situation down at goalie. Fortunately, he's sick, so what's going on tonight as far as goaltending?
Well, we get an opportunity to see what our other goaltenders have, and sometimes you don't really know what you've got until you give it a shot. So the younger boys are going to get a chance to get some game time today, and unfortunately you run into injuries, you run into illness, and your team needs to be prepared. You can't focus your team around one guy, otherwise you get into these situations and typically tend to collapse. So we'll see what the guys got. It's a great opportunity for the young guys too. It's not the last game of the year, so we're really not handcuffing ourselves. If they can perform great, then we know we've got some guys to fall back on, and if they don't, we've got some stuff that we can show them to help improve them.
Your division's been pretty competitive so far this season, so what do you expect tonight against another good team in your division, Webster Thomas?
Skill. There's going to be, he's got some great goal scorers over there. We have some guys that can put the puck in the net too, so it's really going to come down to systems game. And we've tried to prepare these guys. Like I said earlier, our guys listen and they learn every day, and this is one of the most receptive teams we've had to playing in the system. So really expecting to see a couple different things out there. We want to mix it up a little bit and see if Dave can counter.
All right, thanks, Coach. Get out there, have some fun.
Thanks, guys.
Joining me now is Webster Thomas head coach David Evans. Coach, how would you reflect on the first half of the season for your team so far?
Yeah, we've been able to get off to a good start. We've had 6 wins and 1 loss. Always looking to try to improve each and every game. So, we're not satisfied where we are, but we're happy where we're going, and we're continuing to try to develop these guys and continue to get better each game.
Now, you guys haven't played since prior to Christmas, so how do you think that time off is going to affect the squad?
Yeah, we give time off at Christmas, just let guys recoup and spend time with family and that. And, I think it'll be a little bit rusty here probably in the first period tonight. So we just wanted to play. We want to play simple. We want to play just a basic game and try not to allow Churchville to have any odd man rushes. And then we'll see if we can get going and get our feet under us and get back to gameplay.
Ryan Babineau has been your guy in that so far this season. What have you liked out of his game?
Yeah, he's just a competitor. He a competitor. He plays hard every day in practice. He's willing to get better. He does all the little things that he needs to do, and he's won a couple games for us this year in the first half, and we just hope that he can continue to play solid and that we can get better in front of him.
This is your first time seeing Churchville this season, so what can you expect out of them?
Yeah, we don't really know much. I know they got a lot of guys back from last year that they had some skill, and they were young last year, so I think they've got some more experience, and we're ready for them, and in a way that we want to play hard and compete, and we know that they can score goals from games that we've seen from other teams this year. So I think it's going to be a pretty close matchup, and I think we have to really be sharp defensively to be able to defend against them.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
The Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week will return after these messages. High School Hockey on My 18 is brought to you in part by Ralph Honda, done right, Lattimore Physical Therapy, and Rick's Prime Rib.
All right, welcome into the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Matt Winthrop joined alongside my great co-pilot, BJ Stanley, for the first game between the Webster Thomas Titans and the Churchville-Chili Saints from Webster Ice Arena. Divisional matchup with Webster coming in at 6-1-1 and Churchville at 6-2. First of two meetings between these two teams.
Yeah, we're starting off the new year with a really good contest. As you heard in the opening, I talked about Webster's speed, so let's see if Churchville-Chili can handle the neutral zone and get the puck out of the end quick.
All right, referees for today are Joe and Nick Paterino, a father-son combination on the ice today. And the play starts off with the Titans taking the puck in the Churchville zone. Oh, just barely keeping that one in is Ryan Bercolo. Good job. Alves tries to backhand this one out of the zone. However, it comes in and it actually stays there, and a good job of getting it out of the zone. I believe that one is Olsen, and the Saints make a quick change. However, we do have an icing call. So faceoff will be back inside the Churchville zone. Starting today for Churchville in net is the 8th grader Nick Anderson. And on the opposite side, Ryan Babineau, who started every minute so far this year for the Titans.
Yeah, we talked about it in the opening, just talked about it a couple minutes ago. Churchville-Chili's got to get that puck out of the zone. This high-powered Webster offense is going to create a lot of havoc in that zone if it stays there for a while.
And the puck comes in at the point by the Titans. Good keeping by Weinman for the time being, however. Saints desperately trying to get this puck out, and eventually they do. And giving chase will be Thompson for the Titans. He'll ring it off the boards. This one will go all the way down. Anderson will play it. Titans starting to get a change in. As the Saints try and get this one out, they'll flip this one up to Clark. Now giving space. One of the Quinn brothers, it's Spencer, is actually tied for the point lead for his team with his brother Connor. And the Saints continue their change. And a collision at center ice, and eventually it's flipped back in. And sent to the boards for doing so is Scarpula.
They got to get that puck in from that neutral zone. They can't have a turnover or get some kind of odd man rush and speed through the neutral zone to obtain the blue line to get Webster back in their zone.
Luke Chironi with the puck now behind his own net. Expect to see a lot of Chironi tonight. One of quite a few upperclassmen on this Webster Thomas team. Puck goes in behind Anderson. Giving chase is Schumann. He gets pinned up against the boards by Lacroix. Back to the point. Chironi's shot. A flutterer and gained a piece was Anderson.
Oh, wow. What a quick leg. That kid can play.
I didn't look like he saw that one. That one still gets flipped in. Anderson will hold I almost hesitated to do so. We'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Lattimore Physical Therapy. At Lattimore, their physical therapists enjoy the work they do and bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. That's LattimorePT.com. 12:49 left in the first, and the face-off is to the right of Anderson. Saints actually sporting some new sweaters now. As I spoke to, I guess you can say my good buddy Matt Stathopoulos prior to the game. They kind of look like lacrosse jerseys or something. It's different. And the puck stays in the neutral zone. Good forecheck by the Saints. It's flipped in by Koch. And around Bracolo. As Thomas tries to get it out of its own zone. Cross ice pass too far to reach to Sharoni. However, he still gets there and flips it in behind the Saints defense. And getting there first is Andolina. Flipped up off the boards. It's stolen. And losing that one, however, is Coyne.
It hit the stanchion there, Matty, and that's why it didn't take the right bounce.
Always got to be careful for those stanchions. Here's Matthias Horvath. They'll try and flip this one up and out, and eventually the Saints do so. Could have numbers if they use speed. Alves with a shot and a glove save by Babineau, and he'll hold on with 12 minutes left to play in this first period.
Nice shot coming down the right wing. What I really liked is that he didn't wind up and blast it. The next thing you want to do is get that puck down lower. Most of these kids today, Matty, shoot almost like a chip shot in golf. They don't bring that top hand over to drive the puck lower, and a lot of times those shots come high and the goalies want to get the glove save. It's an easy save for them.
And a C nice shot at the point was saved by Babineau, so the Saints now starting to apply some pressure. Thomas comes back in, a good play on that one by the defense of Schumann. Excuse me, that was Richardson. Puck comes around to right in front of us in the near corner. Getting there first is Lacroix, one of the top 3-point getters for this Thomas team. The top line is out there of Haran, Nuccitelli, and Lacroix. And a backhander on Anderson, and he will hold with 11:23 left to play in this first period. So Thomas, I guess you could say, VJ, so far has the more sustained pressure.
Oh, no question. You've got to control against Thomas. You've got to control the neutral zone. And by that, I mean not necessarily stop them, but you've got to not allow them to get speed through the zone. But way more important, Maddie, you've got to get the puck out of your zone quick with them.
And keeping this one in is Spang.
Right here's an example.
Andolina cannot get it out. And a pass across, hits a skate in front, however, comes back to the point. And another block shot, this time by Horvath. So the top deep pairing out there of Andolina and Horvath trying to get the puck out of the zone, and the Saints still cannot do so. Kept in the point by Thomas. A quick shot, and Anderson will just flip that one right up into his glove, and he will hold with 10:56 left as the Saints make a line change.
Boy, Vargas made a really nice play with his shin pad on the left point. He's a right-handed shot playing the left side over there. The puck was coming up the wall, and he brought his leg up and knocked the puck back into the zone and helped Webster contain pressure.
So another offensive zone face-off for the Titans. And again, it's kept in at the point. Saints desperately trying to get this one out, and Horvath eventually does. Comes back to Sharoni. And a little bit of confusion on the line change, and Sharoni with, I don't know if that's an incidental hip check, but nonetheless, he knocked down Koch.
Emergency check.
Yes, and they managed to get the puck out of the zone. And the Saints, that one goes right to Anderson. Horvath will get the puck. Behind the net, nobody home.
Uh-oh.
Andolina's going to have to backtrack. Horvath didn't realize his mistake. He gets the puck, and the good forecheck by the Titans.
Okay, their strong side D is keeping the blue line there. And actually, that was a forward covering for a D. That was a really nice play. Outstanding right there by Campbell. But Churchville-Chili is going to have to get the puck over to the far side.
This one flipped up and out. Now the Saints are trying to apply some pressure, and fanning on that backhander was Clark. Now comes back to the point. Kept in for the time being. Clark trying to attempt a backhander, and it's knocked off of his stick. And that one just goes too far to the reach of Ben Campbell. And now getting back there first is Jonathan Scusa.
I think Clark was trying to get that over to Quinn.
And a quick shot gets blocked in front. That went off the stick of Colin Horan. Campbell in the far corner. It's pinned up against the boards by Horvath. And a pass out in front, a backhander and a save. And oh, that one comes out. Over to the far side D. That one gets deflected and it goes wide. As Thomas.
Skuza made the save.
Thomas has had some good opportunities and this one gets flipped up and out. They check back up. Here's Thompson. He'll use a power move, and that one just goes wide. Now it's Horan.
A little too tall there, Maddie. He had to get that puck around him, and it's the length of the stick and the length of his body. Couldn't get it back around and past the goalie.
And Scarpula having a little trouble, and that one goes on net, and Anderson will hold. And we're going to take our first break. We'll be back with more of your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Between the Churchville-Chili Saints and the Webster Thomas Titans. First of two meetings between these two teams. We are at Webster Ice Arena. And a turnover and a quick shot, and that one goes wide of Babineau. And right in front of us is Richardson. He'll flip right in and give time for his team to check up. Richardson tries to keep this one in and cannot do so, so it's taken out by Lacroix. Flipped in. Mulcahy, a defenseman, gives chase. Richardson tries to slap this one out. Cannot do so. And it goes right to Curry. His shot gets blocked in front.
Real nice save by Thompson. A right-handed shot on the left point.
Oh, and a rebound chance for Mulcahy, and that one got blocked. Mulcahy's still with it. He's challenged there, and another backhander. That one's saved. Scarpula trying to apply pressure to Mulcahy. That shot gets blocked in front, and it goes right to Anderson. And not sure if he does have it. He does, and he will hold with 7:45 left to play in the first period, which is brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy. Lattimore Physical Therapy's network of clinics offer 20 locations and providing access to more than 50 certified physical therapists. They have experience treating most conditions and injuries, and in most cases are able to schedule our patients' first appointment within 1 week. They offer initial consultation within 24 hours for your service. That's LattimorePT.com. So Saints having a little trouble to sustain decent pressure, and eventually it does come out. Olsen's going to have to give chase. However, getting there first will be Bracolo. And the Saints trying to keep this one in on the far corner as Alves is battling for it with Sharoni.
No sustained pressure. Nice breakout.
And Olsen.
Good forecheck.
Olsen, with like you said, good forecheck, but this will come back to the Saints defense of Andolina. His pass, easily read by Sharoni. He'll try and flip it around the defense. He does, but he'll have to check up. Jordan Alves with it now. Flipped up, out of the zone, and now it's Clark. No offsides, however, the Saints trying to check up and finish their line change. Clark in on the forecheck. Sharoni nearly loses it, however, they do manage to get to Lacroix along the far half boards. As Thomas again does a good job of trying to get the puck out. Horvath gets beat to his side. A quick shot put on net. That one goes wide and put on by Nucitelli. As this one comes over to Nowicki. Again, the Saints having trouble getting the puck deep. Back comes Lacroix. He gets hacked. Lacroix nearly gets the rebound and almost gets it right back to him. However, it's cleared aside by Richardson. And Anderson sends it right to Nucitelli. Couldn't get a shot off. Back come the Saints. Sticked aside by Babineau. And the Saints will finish their changes. Babineau, that one surprised him. Right now we got a one-man forechecking crew, and that's Owen Havens out there. Sharoni corrals it now, pinned up against the boards. Has nobody there to assist on the forecheck, so Thomas is able to get the puck out. Richardson gets beat to the puck, however, does a good job of knocking Taylor off the puck. And a good job of getting the puck out of the zone by Pallotta.
Great forecheck by Pilata down at the other end, and then come back, get the puck out of the zone. Good shift for that young man.
Richardson gets beat by DeMarco, and he gets the puck back. DeMarco walks out to the middle, fans on his shot, and now coming away with it is Olsen.
Another good check by Pilata.
1-on-2. He'll flip it in on Babineau. He'll send it to the corner. Saints trying to keep this one in. Oh, I guess the net was knocked off at Maureen's. 5:04 left to play in this first period. Still scoreless, and we'll be back with your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. You are watching your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. We are here from Webster Ice Arena. Matt Winthrop joined alongside by VJ Stanley for the first of two meets between the Churchville-Chili Saints and the Webster Thomas Titans. Scoreless affair, less than 5 minutes left.
Webster's defense on the attack. It's going to pose more problems for Churchville-Chili.
Andalina behind the net. Trying to knock Mulcahy off the puck, and he does. Mulcahy actually loses his stick. Battle in the far corner with Alves. And, oh, good read. And here comes Olsen. Oh, and a great back check by Nick Thompson, using his speed. And this puck gets sent down, and we have an icing call, 4:24. And VJ, a great read on one play by Zachary Olsen, and but we saw two great plays there. Olsen with a great read and a great back check by Nick Thompson.
Yeah, again, we're not trying to go over this, but if Churchville-Chili is going to do this, they can't just get a great play. They got to get some sustained pressure here.
Oh, absolutely. But still, it's nice, you know. That play stands out, absolutely. And battle in the far corner is Spencer Quinn. Essentially a 1-on-3. And here the Churchville coach is yelling for help as Quinn was down there on the forecheck all alone. Now back comes Horan. His shot saved by Anderson.
All right, so as they come down, Maddie, with speed through that neutral zone, if you've got that left-handed shot coming down the right wing, as a defense, you know he's going to come either through the middle or he's got to go behind. So you've got to start to get your inside shoulder to push him that way, and when he comes that way, you got to be able to hit him or force him to go wide.
Andalina, oh, blind pass, turns it over. That one comes out in front off the side of the net. Andalina had nobody on that side to pass to. Quinn behind the net, going at it with Nucitelli. And Quinn comes away with it. However, good keeping at the point by Sharoni. And a quick shot, and oh, nearly bobbling. That one was Anderson, but nonetheless, he makes another good save on Haran, who is the leading point getter for this Webster Thomas team with 16 points in 8 games. 3:44 left in the first.
So their strong side defense is staying in the zone because they're not believing they're going to get beat. The weak side guy comes out. So now what Churchville-Chili would want to do is just take that puck and flip it right up high into the air and then just have a track meet for it. And that'll push that defenseman out and open that side up to get the puck out.
In the far corner, and the puck comes out, however, not kept in by Weinman. But nonetheless, Thomas gets the puck back, and here's Curry. His shot gets blocked in front. However, getting there first is his teammate, Stewie. That shot gets blocked, and the Saints again cannot get the puck out. Curry with it again. His pass intercepted. And now here come the Saints, is picking this one up is Scarpula. Couldn't flip it in deep. Here's Thompson. Oh, tried to get that cross-ice home run pass over to Stewie. However, it's intercepted by the Saints. Flipped in, Churchville will get a line change. So Thompson will take it. And the defenseman taking it through the neutral zone. Almost maybe tried to do too much, turned it over. And Stewie will flip it back in.
Well, they're getting a lot of space, Maddie, so sometimes you start to get tunnel vision, and instead of head manning the puck, you see that opening and go.
Olsen, long cross-ice pass to Koch. Alves will keep it in. Behind the net, it's Olsen. His pass on the front. A good attempt, but intercepted by Coyne. Good back check by the forward, Tyler Coyne. And a turnover, and Koch with a good pass to himself. Koch gets around one. His shot hits a body in front and goes into the near half boards.
And that's not offside because Webster sent the puck back into their own zone.
Good call, VJ. Alves battling for the puck. And another turnover. It comes right back. A shot sent wide by Bracolo. And Nowicki loses this one to Gabalski as he's almost muscled off the puck by Molnar in the near corner. That pass comes out in front. Horan was not there in time. Gets poked away from him. Molnar is there. Gets pinned up against the boards by Gabalski. Gabalski comes away with it. However, we have, looks like, I think, a hand pass being called. 1:35 left to play in this first period. And this faceoff looks like it will come
all the way down.
We're going all the way down. Hey, we want to say be sure to check out rocksportsnetwork.com where you'll be able to watch tonight's game and all of our games this season on demand 24/7 on your desktop, smartphone, and mobile device. Make sure to follow Rock Sports Network for some exciting news coming soon.
You can watch Matt and Matt.
That's right, rocksportsnetwork.com, online and on social media. That quick shot goes high and wide, deflected off a stick as Horan looking for his first of the game. First of the game for Webster, too. Knocked out of the zone. Quinn gives chase. Sharoni gets there first. Over to Nucitelli. Good pass through the neutral zone to Horan. And he will still get there first. An big collision on the far side. 1 minute left in the first period. Still scoreless. Quinn cannot get this puck out.
See how that strong side D stands up?
And
They've
Lacroix.
got to get the puck out, up and over.
Absolutely. Puck in the far corner. Horan does a good job of pinning himself up against the boards. Lacroix with a neat pass to Nucitelli. Quick shot saved by Anderson. And a great setup by this top line for the Titans. And now race to the puck, and Babineau, good job of gloving that down by Lacroix. Mulcahy gets knocked off his stick. Horan with it. He'll dust it off. And some space. That's Scarpula sliding down to try and block the shot.
Great play in front.
And this one gets sent down to Babineau.
LaCroix picked up LaCroix's stick. I couldn't tell which defenseman or forward did it, but what an outstanding play.
Flip back in, and Molnar will get there. He'll send it around to Koch with 2 seconds left, and that'll do it for the first period. A scoreless affair between these two division rivals. And a pretty exciting period, as we'll have more for you coming up after this. Second period, 0-0 between Webster Thomas and the Churchville-Chili Saints. We'll be back with more of your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week on My 18 Sports.
High School Hockey on My 18 is brought to you in part by Locker Room Sports, Zweigels, and the Rochester Americans.
Welcome back. This year, Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Second period action just about ready between the Churchville-Chili Saints and Webster Thomas Titans. Scoreless affair. What did you see?
Thanks to Nick Anderson.
That's right. I was going to say, what did you see out of the first period?
Outshot
Nick
12
Anderson.
to 3, but it was more than that. I can tell you that's the only ones he stopped.
Right.
He had at least 20 discs shot at him. I'm really, really impressed by that kid. You tell me he's an 8th grader?
Yep.
Outstanding balance with his pads. The first pad save he made of the game. I am really, right now he's the star of the game.
Absolutely. Certainly saw a lot. I mean, yeah, shot attempts or shots on goal. They're doing that whole thing now in pro hockey with shot attempts. So
yeah.
Who knows? They could have had more on net.
No, I think it was about 20. The other thing is, as an 8th grader facing 17 and 18-year-old guys in a high school game in this atmosphere, boy, I tell you, that beats any practice.
Absolutely. Flipped out and gloved down, and Anderson has to be aware of that one. Horvath with it. Flipped up, kept at the point by Sharoni. And this one gets flipped all the way down the ice, and it looks like we will have another icing call on the Saints, as we're just about 43 seconds into this second period, which is brought to you by Rick's Prime Rib House. Thanks to Phil and the gang at Rick's Prime Rib House for all their ongoing support of Section 5 hockey and youth sports in the Rochester area.
Sharoni turned to the right, the puck went to the left, or boy, they would have had a little odd man rush there because they had 2 Churchville-Chili guys up high.
Face off to the right of Anderson, comes back to the point, a shot gets blocked, And the rebound chance, no, the Saints have to do a good job of getting the puck out of that zone as Quinn actually knocked the puck out right in front of Anderson.
And you can have an odd man rush from inside the blue line for those of you playing along at home.
Schumann gets this one out only as far as Thompson, over to his D partner, Weinman. And it comes back right in front of us. However, overskating that one was Stewie. However, he gets the puck back. If they have speed, they got an odd man rush. Stewie with a shot and a save made by Anderson. And a good job of, I guess, the Saints giving Stewie that only that angle. Anderson closed it off yet again.
Yeah, if you're going to try and score on that guy in tight, you're going to have to go up top shelf, right over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Where the Buffalo Sabre announcer said, what, Mama hides the cookies?
Yes, that's right.
Rick Jenrette. Oh, I'm sorry, they call him RJ now.
That's right, RJ. They shorten it. We have to have nicknames. That's why I'm glad your first name is just VJ.
It is. It's easy.
This one gets flipped out and stopped from going any further by the Titans, and the Saints desperately trying to get this one out, and almost an offsides call. Now back come the Saints.
It's a good non-call by the official there. That was offsides, but it came right out. There's no need to stop the play there.
Right.
Let them play. You know, when the common sense and stuff, these two guys, father and son, are doing a great job tonight. One penalty in the first period, but when you let the kids play and get the flow, everything's great.
Face off to the right of Babineau. Hasn't seen too much action tonight. Good play by Sharoni to get it out of the zone. And this one's going to go down, and we have an icing call, so the Saints yet again can get another offensive zone face-off. And we'll see if they can get anything going with it. There's 13-14 remains in the second period.
Well, and he came out to play the puck. It seemed to me like he was looking anxious in that first period. The puck was coming down, and he came out to make a play. You know, these goalies like to see rubber. That Nick Anderson is getting a great workout tonight in game situations.
Shot from the point, blocked in front by Sharoni. Back comes the top line for the Titans. It's Horan. His pass gets blocked, and Lacroix's shot actually hits a body, went wide. Scarpula behind his own net. Slaps it along where Pallotta will get there. He nearly gets this one out. Good keeping by Horan. Scarpula off the boards. Pallotta tries to get this one out again, but Sharoni, as he's done almost all night, does a good job of keeping it in. It looks like, I think they set a hand pass. Nonetheless, whistle's blown. And we'll see where the face-off is. It stays, looks like, inside the Churchville zone.
Yeah, once again, we're not trying to repeat it over and over again, but they keep coming up, which is the strong side. Eventually, you either got to reverse the puck or you got to flip it over, because that defenseman is not leaving the blue line.
Saints finishing up a change. Face-off won by the Saints. Comes over to Olsen and slapped out of the zone, and this one will go down, and Babineau will play it. Tonight, it looks like Babineau tonight has played the puck with some confidence, as he did right there.
Yeah, that made me a little nervous as an ex-coach.
I know, that maybe want your body to be down,
yes,
because
exactly.
Who knows if that puck takes a bounce, and we've seen it.
It's ice.
Yes, exactly. And Thomas enters the zone. Nobody home on the far side. However, this one gets flipped out where it can be gloved down by Weinman. Alves is going to get there first. Olsen flips this one, but it's kept in the point by the Titans, and that one goes wide. And Koch could not get this one out, and he does finally. Coin over to Weinman. Olsen is in on the forecheck. Saints starting to get a quick change in. Schumann loses his stick. Taken back by Mulcahy. His pass out in front, nobody home, and a quick shot on net. As actually losing that one in his skates might have been, I believe, Nowicki.
But Skuza made a great play getting a stick in front. That was right in the kill zone, the slot, and he got his stick down and the puck deflected out of play.
11:34 left in the second period, which is brought to you by Rick's Prime Rib House for the biggest mouth-watering prime rib in Rochester.
Love their prime
Visit
rib.
Rick's Prime Rib House, Buffalo Road and Gates for your next family gathering. A quick shot deflection might have hit a body in front. Angelina, I think, actually blocked that.
Exactly. Great call, Matty.
That
Good
shot
eyes.
went through the crease as Anderson has been strong so far. Now coming with speed, it's Clark. Forced to the outside, and a rebound opportunity, and a save by Babineau.
Quinn was right there right in front. He just couldn't get it up.
And it's good to see Quinn, a nose for the net. And a quick shot again, this time put on by Clark and a save by Babineau. So Saints getting a couple good opportunities. This one comes over, almost right in front of us. And the Saints chip this one back out, now giving chase is Hewitson. Saints trying to get a quick change in, can't complete it. This goes back to Horvath. Flipped out of the zone where it's taken back by Vargas. He'll slow it down. Almost turns it over, flipped in.
Just quick, Manny. Great line changes by Webster Thomas.
Absolutely.
Really well coached. Dave Evans, great job there. They're dumping the puck in, getting the change, and keeping pressure. That's very, very impressive and not often talked about. Outstanding job.
And they're quick, and they managed to find a way to get all the forwards off at the right time. Another one sticked aside by Anderson into the far corner as the Saints finally get this one out. And some players stumble in front of us. Back comes Horan. Great sliding play by Horvath. And he did a good job of not taking out the legs of Horan, but nonetheless just got all the puck.
He's been a busy guy tonight.
Horvath, arguably one of the top defenders for this Churchville team, and a tough assignment right now against the top line for this Webster Thomas Titans, along with Eric Andolina. Andolina comes away with it. Backhands this one out to the middle of the ice, where it's eventually sent down the ice by his teammate Pilata, and we have an icing call with 9:28 left in the second period. Still scoreless, and we'll be back with more of your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week after this. Welcome back to your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Still scoreless between the Churchville-Chili Saints and the Webster Thomas Titans. Shots were 12-3 Webster after one period, but we've seen some more chances for Churchville in this second period. And you know, when I spoke to Dave Evans prior to the game, VJ, he said he's expected his team to be maybe a little rusty in the first period, having not played since December 22nd. And nonetheless,
I haven't noticed it.
I know, it didn't look too bad.
That makes them hungry.
Babineau again with some confidence, and the Saints caught in the midst of trying to get a line change.
Yeah, that second period, that's why I commented about Webster being so good at it.
Saints trying to get a quick change in.
Second period, you're at the far bench.
Yep.
It's harder to change, especially for the D.
Andolina couldn't keep that one in. And back comes Thomas. It's Thompson with speed. He'll walk in and he'll fire a shot and sticked up into the netting by Anderson.
This Nick Anderson kid is just really impressing me. They had a little problem there with the change, getting the defenseman off. They had a little pressure there, so he purposely angled his stick and got the puck out of play, and they got a change. From an 8th grader, that's just outstanding. And like I said earlier, this game experience that he's getting tonight, it beats any practice.
And the thing is coming into this game, Anderson only had about 3.5 minutes worth of ice time. Exactly, actually, 3 minutes and 30 seconds worth of ice time, as their normal starter, Ben Trembath, is sick. And I mean, that's part of it, just, you know, sickness, but perhaps they could have found something special here with Anderson. We'll see how the game goes on.
He has, as we like to say, he has my attention.
Absolutely. Sounded like a scout. A quick shot, rebound opportunity, they score! The Saints get on the board first, as I believe that's Brian Nowicki backhanding that one home. And it's 1-0 Churchville, 8:15 left to play in this second period.
Sometimes when you don't get a lot of shots, all of a sudden a bad bounce happens, a lucky bounce happens, whatever it was, the puck comes out in front, and for him to have the presence and the calmness to get that puck in, outstanding.
And a great job putting that one on net. I believe that was Horvath from the point, just put it on net, and good things can happen. And a turnover. The Saints trying to apply some more pressure. So Nowicki with a goal, and back come the Titans. Lacroix with a shot on net, and Anderson will hold on, and a scramble in front of that one trickles wide. And the net somehow did not come off its moorings, and this one goes down into the Thomas zone.
He dove out at it, and I think somehow or another, whether it was Blodgevich's block or something, Matt, he knocked that past the the far side of the net. What an outstanding game by this young man.
And an icing call on the Titans, so both teams getting a change. Churchville desperately trying to get one in at that same time. 7.5 minutes left in this.
They had another chance down
period.
there.
Yes.
Another opportunity. I'll tell you, you put another, when you're getting outplayed and you get one goal, you get that second goal, the pressure really ramps up on the team that's down, that's playing well. And Thomas is playing really well.
That shot from the point by Schumann is blocked in front. Saints still applying pressure. Comes back to Stewie. That pass, however, is behind his teammate Spang. And flipped up and out. Saints regain control. Here's Scarpula. Knocked off the puck by Spang. And the Saints behind the Titans net. Scarpula comes away with it in the far corner. He'll fire a shot, and Babineau actually didn't knock that one down, but lost it. And a backhander put on net, and another one put on net. That one goes wide. So Saints really getting some pressure, and we got a high sticking call coming up. Anderson's going to go to the bench, however, won't matter.
I think Thompson's going to go, but Scarpula made the play coming on that far wall as a right-handed shot. He made a little J-hook, and I didn't think he was going to shoot, but he shot it. It surprised the goalie. The puck came out, and that started all that. That's a great play by that young man.
And a rebound opportunity that happened to get blocked, so 2 chances there for the Saints. And they get the first power play of the game as well.
Now, with 6:43 to go, Matt, this is a real important power play for Churchville-Chili, because if Thomas can get a little pressure on him, they can get the momentum back here. So you want to make sure now with Churchville-Chili, you get shots on net quickly.
Face-off won by the Titans, however, and sent down. Thompson.
Right-handed
2
shot
minutes
on
for
the
high
left
sticking.
point. He couldn't handle the puck, went by his skates.
That's why you see teams like that lefty-righty matchup, but we'll see how it pays off for the Saints. Chipped in. Alves will try and get there first. He does. However, nobody on his team is over there, but kept in at the point by the Saints. That one gets blocked. It's Alves with it. He gets pinned up against the boards. A good job by Curry.
And Nucitelli to come in and bang the puck around.
Excuse me, that was Vargas, actually. Vargas with it. Fans on his clearing attempt. Comes back to the point. Kept in and by Molnar. He gets pinned up against the boards and knocked down. We got another penalty coming up. He's actually slow to get up. And a quick shot by Quinn. And that one goes over the net.
He might have got a second piece of that as it went up in the air. Sorry.
Excuse me, I was going to say Luke Molnar is still down. And Brian Young quick to get off the bench and over to see if his player's okay.
Well, I really like the fact LaCroix went over, put his arm around him. He's shaking his head going to the box. You know, sometimes it's a contact sport, and I'm 100%. This is a great call, but I really like the sportsmanship involved by LaCroix.
And we'll see what the referees are discussing. Is perhaps maybe we're seeing more than a minute and a half. But the game is the game's getting faster. It seems like on every level.
4-minute major. So you got a 5-on-3 for 39 seconds. If nothing else happens, right now, Churchville-Chili needs to get their guns and get that puck on net, go hard to the net.
And one of the captains, Eric Andolina, trying to discuss with the referees as to what's going on, and as is Brian Young. And we'll get the ruling after this. We'll be back with more for your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. A 5-on-3 power play opportunity for the Saints. Ian Lacroix in the box for a 4-minute boarding major. He still is in the game, though, so no game misconduct. Pitch and catch at the point between Koch and I believe that might be Horvath. Koch at the point. His shot, saved by Babineau. Rebound chance, goes wide.
Great play by Bracolo.
Koch tried to thread the needle, and that one gets blocked up into the glove of Babineau. 9 seconds left on the original penalty to Nick Thompson. He'll be out of the box soon, but nonetheless, Saints will still have a long power play. And quickly.
Yeah, watch out right now here with the guy coming out of the box late. But that's what we were talking about. You've got to get that puck on net quick. 5-on-3, you're outmanning him by 2.
Sean Weinman came on the ice late Far side, Horvath, his shot hits a body and gets deflected as one man is out. And that pass gets blocked. Sharoni flips it up and out. And here's a potential breakaway. Coming down the ice is Nuccitelli. His shot, that one goes wide. As Nuccitelli with a good chance, and Horan with a shorthand opportunity gets blocked in front.
And even though Anderson didn't get that, Maddie, give him credit. They haven't get anything by him, so now you start getting more tight in terms of picking a spot, and he picked it wide.
Sharoni slaps this one around. Good keep in by Koch. However, he sends it down behind the Thomas net, and nobody is there for the Saints. However, 3 Saints are there right now battling for that puck. He's got Horvath and Koch manning the points. And Saints desperately trying to dig this puck out, and eventually they do. However, it comes right to Horan, and he will just kill some time and backhand this one out of the zone. 2.5 left on the major to Ian Lacroix, and the Saints trying to get a quick change in. Taken back by Horvath. Tries to get around the defense. He does. Backhands this one over to Nowicki. He'll send this one, and he barely keeping that one in is Scarpula.
It's 2 really good plays he's made on the wall, and that one was even harder because he was a right-handed shot on the left side.
And Delina's shot gets blocked right in front by Stewie. Here's Nowicki. He'll walk on in front. His shot gets blocked by Horan. Scarpula uses the power move to get that one out to Babineau.
He's got that move down.
And Delina, just couldn't keep that one in. Minute 45. They're trying to get Horvath to come out for a line change. He'll stop that one, and eventually he does as the Saints finish their change, and Webster desperately trying to get a forward off as well.
Good back check right there. Well done.
3:20
by
left.
Stewie. He's had a strong game.
Here's Spencer Quinn. As Connor Quinn is actually out for today's game. Spencer Quinn gets low to the ice, gets pinned up against the boards, and Weinman will flip this one out and down. Saints do still have some time, however, just a little over a minute on this major. We'll see if they can get something going. If not, it could be perhaps a momentum booster for Thomas if they do kill this off. Curry doing a good job behind the Churchville net to kill off some more time. Pinned up against the boards by Richardson. And Quinn is there as well. A little miscommunication between a couple of the Saints and Delina. One of them, and one of the referees gets in the way. Here's Richardson. Over to Quinn. About 30 left on the power play. Saints now hemmed in their own zone.
Oh, wide open.
As here comes Pallotta. Maybe not the best change at that time by Churchville. Pallotta with it. Still has a puck. Nearly loses that one. Is Curry doing a good job of doing the forecheck, excuse me. Here's Horvath. His shot hits his teammate in front. Alves gets pinned up against the boards by Bracolo. And the penalty is up to Lacroix, so Thomas does a good job of killing the penalty. And that'll do it. 1:50 left in the second period, which is brought to you by Rick's Prime Rib House. If you're looking for the juiciest and the biggest prime rib in Rochester, give Rick's Prime Rib House a try. A great family atmosphere and great service adds to your dining experience. Next, Rick's Prime Rib House, Buffalo Road in Gates.
Well, Churchville-Chili unable, I was wondering when I was going to screw that up. Churchville-Chili unable to convert on the double power play. So now let's see if Thomas can take advantage of it and put some momentum back to their side and get a goal.
Sharoni over to Weinman. Flipped up, and Coyne will deflect this one in. And now he's battling for the puck with Scusa. Sharoni comes in from the point. Koch battles him for the puck. And Koch tries to come away with it, but Sharoni doing a good job of stepping in from the point and battling all the way in the far corner. And he comes away with it. He tried to send that one out of front right to Anderson, and they come away with it. And it's sent along by Spang, and nobody was there on the opposite side of the net. And an offside, or we might have a penalty coming up, actually.
I think it's a hand pass.
Actually, it looks like we got Tyler Coyne going to box.
You're right.
I think it might have been a cross-checking call. Just want to say Thanks to John here at Webster Ice Arena for their help in making this broadcast possible. This is one of our favorite broadcast locations in Section 5, and the gang here has always been very accommodating. We love our little perch up here where we can see pretty much everything.
Mike, Jay, and D-Train doing a great job on the cameras. Want to thank them very much for all that they do to make us look good.
It's good to see these guys again, especially D-Train. He hasn't aged a bit. Back to the point, Andolina's shot. Babineau, maybe a little dangerous play there to stick that one aside. Didn't cover that lower ground. Got 1 minute left in the period. And almost keeping that one in was Quinn, but a good play by Andolina as Nuccitelli would have been one-on-one with Andolina, but a good poke check.
Boy, Nuccitelli has a great sense for the puck.
Here's Quinn. Flipped in. However, getting there first is Thompson. That one's flipped up into the netting. 35 seconds left in the second period, and if Saints do not score on this power play, they will have about 22 seconds worth of a power play carrying over into the final period. What could be a final period.
We had a little bit of, after the power play, it's a little bit of a lull. Webster has not been able to get that speed back through the neutral zone.
His face-off outside the Churchville zone. As Quinn loses this draw, and now coming away with this one is Thompson. As the defenseman showing some speed to the outside, trying to clear that one out in front, almost batting that one out of midair, and then was Lacroix.
Get Scarpoli.
Scarpula with a puck.
Scarpula slowing it down. That's a real nice play by that young man.
Quinn with it. Saints don't have much time. Got to enter the zone and get a quick one off. Here's Quinn. Walks to the front. He gets dumped. A good hit put on him by Weinman. And we have a whistle being blown. We'll see what's going on. Again, the referee duo is Joe and Nick Paterino, a father-son combination. Not sure what call is. Not sure why that whistle was blown. Maybe a hand pass or something, but
I don't know on that one.
2.8 seconds left in the second period. Face off to the right of Babineau, and the Saints trying to quick shot, and Andolina's shot blocked, and a rebound chance laying there. However, time runs out, and that'll do it for the second period. So we did get one goal. Brian Nowicki scoring for the Saints, and he gets his second goal of the year to give the Saints a 1-0 lead through 2. And we'll be back with more of your Alfonda High School Hockey Game of the Week on My 18 Sports.
High School Hockey on My 18 is brought to you in part by Bill Graves, College Assistance Plus, and D-Train Media.
You're watching the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports from Webster Ice Arena. Matt Winthrop joined alongside by BJ Stanley. Through 2 periods, at Churchville-Chili Saints, the visiting team, up 1-0 on the home team, the Webster Thomas Titans. Saints still got about 10 seconds left on a penalty or a power play, as Tyler Coyne will be out of the box relatively shortly.
And thanks to their power plays, they outshot them 14-3.
Shots are 16-16 through 2 periods. Brian Nowicki getting the lone goal of the game so far. Coyne is out of the box. And we're all back at even strength. Good keeping by Andolina. I think maybe some players thought it was offsides, but nonetheless, Saints are getting a quick change while the puck's in the offensive zone. And they're going to have to finish it up quickly. Sharoni.
Good change by Churchville-Chili.
That pass a little behind Horan. Gives the Saints time to regroup. It's Clark. He'll flip this one in, and getting knocked down to the ice is Quinn. And he's in some pain. As I'm not sure, no referees are calling a penalty, but not sure where contact was on Quinn, but we'll hope he's okay. The leading point getter for this Churchville team, Spencer Quinn, 6 goals, 8 assists through 8 games.
I didn't see the hit. I was watching the breakout come with Webster to see if they were going to go for the far side guy. Hope the young man is okay.
And that's 2 Saints that are banged up, as well as Luke Molnar was actually the victim of a boarding penalty by Ian Lacroix. It gave him a major. And it looks like Quinn is okay. Just want to say real quick, our third period is brought to you by Locker Room Sports. Outfitting beginners to pros playing hockey, soccer, and lacrosse since 1977, including Ryan Callahan of the Tampa Bay Lightning and Brian Gianta of the Buffalo Sabres and their families. Quinn's on the bench, and he's going to be looked at by the medical staff. We'll hope that young man is okay.
Gianta and Callahan, just two incredibly great character guys. And for all you parents and kids out there, if you want to get to the next level, coaches look and count for character really, really heavily.
Absolutely. This puck in the neutral zone. Mulcahy comes back. And now taken away by Thompson. Turnover taken away by Pallotta. His shot, oh, wow. Deflected off of Thompson, and I think Babineau actually got a piece of that one with his blocker.
Good call, Matty.
So Babineau had a busier second period than he did at first period. Had to be quick there. Here's Scarpula. He tries a power move. He'll regain the puck. He gets knocked down. He'll chip this one out. Oh, nobody home at this point for the Saints. And they'll have to check up. Scusa will send it back in, and Babineau, again, he's had a few like that, VJ, where he's had to pay attention to a dumping.
Churchville-Chili's got some confidence.
Olsen loses this one. Back come the Titans. DeMarco behind the Saints net. His pass, oh, it was just through the skates of Coyne. Here come the Saints, chipped in by Koch. Olsen's gonna get there first. Right in the near corner, he's pinned up against the boards. Coming in to help is Koch. 3 Titans there, and they come away with it. Numbers game worked. Here's Weinman. His pass in the skates of DeMarco, and chipped back in by Alves. Saints finish a forward change. So it's Thompson. His pass. Intercepted, and now Weinman gets it back. Kept in by the Saints. A shot gets blocked in front. And now Thomas now starting to have a little problem getting the puck, at least in the Saints zone. This one flipped in too far to reach for Clark. And icing is called with 11:53 left to play in the third period. Still 1-0 Churchville.
Good play by Sharoni. He looked like he was going to go for it hard, but he actually peeled off to draw the icing play. If they score off of that, this is all on Sharoni. What a really heads-up play by that young man.
I guess you could say, you know, being in high school, nonetheless, that's still a veteran move.
It is a veteran move.
Absolutely.
Well, it's like when the rookies right now, they talk about them in the NFL or wherever they are at the end of the season, they're still rookies. No, they're not. When they've got a whole season in, they're veterans. These guys, they're veterans.
And Sharoni, upperclassman on this Thomas team. And a good play by the Saints. They get the puck out of the zone. I believe that's Clark. As he lost his stick. Andolina with it. Backhands this one up, and Parker
nice chip.
Gets this one out. And a lead pass to Clark. Oh, fans on this one, however, taken back by Lacroix. Nowicki battled with Lacroix.
Seamus Parker just made 2 excellent plays.
That puck comes out in front to Horan, and a save made by Anderson. And he's been strong.
Look how he came out on that, though, Matt. He as the play came, he anticipated it and came out to the top of the crease. That is an incredible goaltending move from an 8th grader.
And we have a penalty to the Saints, and Coach Metcalf not too happy about that one. Brian Nowicki is in the box. Maybe perhaps a boarding call.
Only a minute and a half. So here's their shot right now. Nuccitelli will take the draw.
First power play for the Titans, and the top unit is out there of Thompson, Sharoni, Nuccitelli, Horan, and Lacroix.
Both defensemen on their opposite hands.
Sharoni at the point. Here's Lacroix. And a great play. And it's cleared out. Oh, it's play with a high stick. Play with a high stick. So Sharoni touches up, and whistle will blow. But I believe great play by Zachary Olsen on that one. Good read by the Saints forward.
And also, the first play didn't happen right, and the other forward stayed with it and got the puck out. At Churchville-Chili has gotten better and better as the game goes on, but they were given the opportunity by the penalties by Webster.
And just a minute and a half for boarding on Nowicki. Nucitelli fields this one. That pass in the skates, and the save made by Anderson, stoning Horan.
What a leg save, and he did the splits and turned to his left. Wow.
Sharoni for the point. Blocker saved by Anderson. They'll try and feed Horan, and it's flipped up into the near half boards, and the Saints get it out.
Look how he used his blocker to make sure there was no rebound in front.
And a turnover by Sharoni and sent down the ice by the Saints. And Anderson has been strong, including on that great attempt by Horan. Lacroix to Thompson.
Yeah, you don't want to let him gun from the point
He'll
with that
flip
rocket.
this down, absolutely. He'll flip this down to Stewie. To Lacroix. Thomas didn't get a full-scale change in. Schumann will flip this up, couldn't get it out. Good keeping by Sharoni. He'll get it back at the point. He'll dust it off and give it to Lacroix. Down low, a backhander gets sent wide. The penalty is up. Saints back to full strength. This one gets flipped up and out of play. 9:35 left to play in the third period. Still 1-0 Churchville. We'll be back with more of your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Churchville up 1-0 on the home team, Webster Thomas Titans. About 9.5 left in the third period off a second period goal by Brian Nowicki. That is the only tally right now.
Great pressure by Thomas. Now they got to build on that. Get that puck in deep, forecheck, and get the shots on goal.
And it's Vargas with it. And a good reverse hit. Vargas stands his man up, and it looks like Thomas applying some pressure. That one comes out in front, and it goes all the way through the zone and down to Babineau, and he'll just play this one right up to Stewie. He'll drop it for Curry. A backhand this one on Anderson, and he will hold, and Curry comes in and sniffs for a rebound just for good measure.
See how Anderson just leaned over the puck there to make sure the guy coming in couldn't get it? He actually had his body over the puck as he leaned out in front. This kid is so very, I'm in the Anderson fan club. Wow.
Pretty sure coaching staff might be as well, as again, has only played 3.5 minutes worth of ice time so far this season, and you know, with Ben Trembath being sick, we'll see if it means more ice time for Nick Anderson. Here's Nowicki. Flip this one further down the neutral zone. Where it can be played by DeMarco. And now Thomas will try and get through the neutral zone with speed. DeMarco.
Boy, they had a good mid-ice break out there, Manny, but they didn't get the flow through. Good call.
Looked like a little bit of confusion that led to have DeMarco and Coyne. Sharoni stepping in for the point. His shot gets deflected up and behind Anderson.
Nice play by Horvath.
As the Saints could not get this one out, kept in the point. That shot goes wide by Bracolo. Sharoni down low to Spang. He gets sent down to the ice hard. Looks a little shaken up. And the puck comes out of the zone. And good job by Seamus Parker to make sure that puck stayed out a little longer. And they fan on the pass. Back comes Coyne. Andalina takes it back. Good reversal by Andalina. However, it does not stay out. A backhander comes right in, and a good play by Alves to knock this one out. Point shot, and it hits a body in front. I believe that hit Nucitelli. And a battle behind the net. Lacroix with it. Backhands this one to the point. Sharoni back to Lacroix. And getting it out of the zone is Horvath, stepping up from his defensive point, or excuse me, his position. Horvath tried to poke Thompson off the puck. Thompson with speed, tries a power move, and covering that post was Anderson.
Wow, that young man is half that size, stood right up.
And that one comes out in front, and the Saints again are there to flip this one out, and I believe we have...
in the bench. Puck went into the bench.
Okay, looked like, by the way the referee was pointing, it looked like he was pointing at a player. We got 7:03 left in the third period, which is brought to you by Locker Room Sports, with 2 locations to serve your equipment needs, Ridge Road West in Greece, and also the Bill Gray's Regional Iceplex.
Boy, Thomas is just dominating right now.
Face off to the left of Anderson, who has arguably been the first star of this game. We'll see how it goes. It's a good block Thompson's shot gets blocked in front. However, they're still applying pressure. Lacroix off the back of the net. As Saints will regroup, however, taken back by Horan. Good poke check by Scarpula. Behind the net to Lacroix. He'll send it over to Thompson. Back to the point, Nuccitelli. His shot through a screen, they score! And I'm not sure if anybody got a piece of that one, but nonetheless, a point shot. Nuccitelli, and it's tied at 1 with 6:34 remaining in the third.
Couldn't get the puck out of this side of the ice, and Nuccitelli really had a perfect screen. Anderson never saw the puck. We had an unbelievable vantage point here, and the puck just slid right through. And this is one of the times where the puck being up in the air, not down on the ice, was the advantage from the point.
Yes, it's hard work has paid off for the Titans. They're rewarded. Spencer Nuccitelli with a goal.
Good to see Quinn back up on the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. This puck behind Ryan Babineau. Nuccitelli on the air, his 6th goal. Now got 14 points on the year, so that top line getting the job done for the Titans. Be sure to follow Rock Sports Network on Twitter and Facebook, where you can find some great local and regional sports news and entertainment, including live broadcasts, the Matt on Ice Hockey Show, the Bills Fanatics Show, and much more. Make sure to follow Rock Sports Network for some exciting news coming soon. Face-off on the far side. Quinn comes away with it. Parker, however, loses control, and now it's Curry. He'll chip it past the defense. Richardson's going to get there first for the Saints. Battles with Curry. Richardson, they try and get this one out, and a good job by Clark to do so. Saints trying to get a quick change, and dangerous as well, as the puck was right near the bench.
And dangerous also, the door was open.
Absolutely, you don't want to get knocked into that bench.
Been there, done that.
Here's Sharoni, who's had another strong game for this Thomas team. And an offsides call. It's a pretty obvious offsides call. 5:19 left in the third. Score tied at 1. We'll be back with more of the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. You're watching the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Third period, score tied at 1 between the Saints of Churchville-Chili and the Titans of Webster Thomas. Third period brought to you by Locker Room Sports, stopping to see Graham and the gang, Graham, Steve and the gang, for the special attention you deserve. They know the game, they know the fit.
Good play by Anderson. There was a little confusion there on which defenseman was going to take the puck. Anderson reached and took the face-off. I'll tell you, for a senior goalie, he's impressive. But for an 8th grader, he's just absolutely outstanding.
5:01 remains in the, who knows if it's the final period, it's the third period. That puck sent in the near corner, nobody home for the Titans. This one, oh, good keeping by Thompson. Backhands this one, Lacroix, and trying to feed behind Horan, however, as he could not get a stick on that one. Thompson with a shot, deflected off a body in front, and goes into the near corner. And that rebound chance, and a great tie-up. I believe, I have to see the number on that one. I believe that was Jordan Alves. A great tie-up in front.
Look how smooth Anderson glides across that crease, though.
Well, a big collision in front as Lacroix is down. And a quick shot, Anderson makes a stand-up save. And he will hold on to that one, as now we'll see Ian Lacroix looked like just an innocent collision between, looked like 3 players. But Lacroix is down.
Sometimes what happens is you're relaxed and you don't see one guy coming, and there's almost a pinball thing there, and body parts start moving ways that you weren't going to, and that sudden force then turns around, and it can really wreak havoc on a body, especially these youngsters.
As it looked like that was Matthias Horvath stepping up and making the hit, and just 3 bodies collide, and unfortunately it looked like he got banged up and maybe needed knee contact. And we'll be back with more of your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. We're at 3, 2. It's a 1-1 game in the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports, between the visiting Churchville-Chili Saints and the home team Webster Thomas Titans from Webster Ice Arena. First of 2 meetings between these 2 teams. Churchville coming in at 6-2, Thomas at 6-1-1. Churchville's most recent game, a 4-0 victory over Kenmore West, a non-sectional opponent. And Thomas a tie back on December 22nd against Penfield, 2-2.
Great defensive play by Alves again.
As those are the subtle plays, you know, BJ, that won't get picked up on the score sheet, but nonetheless, they make a huge difference in the game, and coaches take notice.
They certainly do. He has really had a quiet, outstanding game.
As back comes Coyne for the Titans. He'll flip this in behind Anderson. He'll let it go. As now Saints come away with it, Schumann will flip this up and out of the zone.
Sharoni tried to cheat in there and get a little bit quick instead of waiting at his point, and great anticipation by the man. It just didn't work out right for him.
Sharoni tries a home run pass. Nobody home, however.
Could have been too many men on both teams. His guy was coming off, and that guy was coming off.
Sharoni's shot goes right to Anderson, and he'll hold, and Horan was sniffing for a rebound. He actually almost looks like almost a deflection on that one. 3:08 remains in the third period from Webster Ice Arena. And this has been a good contest between these 2 teams. Face off to the right of Anderson. The Saints win this one. It's Spencer Quinn. He'll flip this one out. And it's sent back in by Thompson. Spencer Quinn, just want to mention, is only a freshman on the year, but nonetheless, leading point getter for this Saints team.
Curry's moved up on that line.
Nucitelli from the point. Pad saved by Anderson. A bit of a C-nice shot. Anderson gets a pad on that one. Quinn with it. Thompson keeps it in. His shot doesn't miss by much. Here's Horan. Good poke check by Horvath to knock the puck off of his stick. Quinn takes it back. And maybe almost a hold there by Curry. Flip back in by the Saints. And we have by the Titans, we have an icing call with 2:19 remaining in this third period.
I think the Churchville-Chili coach might have helped on that call.
Oh, whether it was an icing or not?
Yeah, he barked it right up, but it got the quick call.
We'll see if...
Ex-Amherst Mojo.
That's right. You got to use that power. We'll see if the Saints maybe set up a play here as the 2:19 remains. And they almost do so. Could not get a shot off. And a quick backhander blocked in front by the defense of Bracolo. Bracolo still with it. Turns it over to Alves. Alves trying a little give and go with Olsen. Alves has it. Koch is in there to help out. Alves does a good job of coming away with it and almost takes it back. And the Saints almost keep this one in, but a good job by Horan to get it out. And Nucitelli was there to help out. And coasting to that one was Scusa, and it might have cost him because Horan takes it back. But the Saints, they'll have control for the moment. Schumann behind the net to Scusa. Flips this one, and it gets out, and it's going to go down where Sharoni will get there. 1.5 minutes left in the third. Sharoni up to Bracolo. Back to Sharoni. Wonder if he'll even leave the ice for this final minute or 15 or so.
Thomas flying out their forwards way high with the puck in their zone. They've got people at the far blue line.
Great.
Now they're going to get caught.
Great back check by Pallotta on that one to prevent Stewie from going in and getting an opportunity. Taking back by Mulcahy, and a great tie-up again by Pallotta.
Oh, almost a 2-on-1.
That's exactly. The Saints lost
Scarpula
control.
Again made a great defensive play.
Less than a minute left. Here's Mulcahy behind the Churchville net. Back to the point. Sharoni couldn't one-time that one, but he'll keep it in. A shot gets blocked in front, and it hits Richardson. A pass out in front. Sharoni with a shot. That one misses. Might have hit a body in front.
I think you're right, man. Good call.
As Scarpula tries to get this one out. Richardson with it. Gets pinned up against the near boards by Spang. Taken back by Thompson. Thompson with it. Scarpula is there. That one goes right to Anderson, and oh, he will have to hold that one. Might have caught him by surprise. He'll hold 16.6 seconds left in the third period, and this one looks like it could be a nail-biter.
No, he was tracking that. That was another great play. And then he nonchalantly puts the puck on the top of his glove and hands it to the referee. I'm just so impressed by this young man.
A lot of confidence. That 8th grader, Nick Anderson.
Nothing beats game action. Nobody gets better sitting on the bench.
Face off to the left of Anderson. A good win for the Titans. A quick shot goes wide, and then a rebound chance misses Sharoni. And Titans desperately trying to get another shot off with 5 seconds left, and they do. And another chance. Anderson's there to make a save. And that'll do it.
God, what a bad save. He flicked his left leg out. Wow.
And Anderson is even getting into it with Thompson after the whistle's blown. And we have ourselves.
He's probably going to take a both. Wow, what a save. I was about to say Anderson's the player of the game whether they win or not, and now I want to say, oh my gosh, he just made an even better save.
Wow. As we got, we're going to have some overtime hockey coming up. We got actually, it looks like a penalty is, looks like Matthias Horvath will be sent to the box. So I wonder if Webster Thomas is going to get a power play.
Oh, I thought he was going to send them both.
And as we got overtime coming up, we'll be back with your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week on My 18 Sports after this. Okay. 3, 2, we're in overtime here for your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. Tied at 1 between the Webster Thomas Titans and the Churchville-Chili Saints. Spencer Nuccitelli with the tying goal a little over midway in the third period. So we got 5 minutes up on the board. We also have matching minors as both number 3s are in the box. Matthias Horvath and Nick Thompson in the box. So we still got 5-on-5 hockey.
Good quick call down here by Metcalf on the Saints bench. You want your defenseman closer to your goalie, and when they switched the goalies, and he made the refs, or asked the refs to wait, and they changed it. Really good play.
And a quick shot by Nuccitelli and a save by Anderson. I think that's what head coach David Evans of Webster Thomas was not too happy about, the fact that the start of the overtime was delayed because Churchville was switching guys on the bench. Titans win the faceoff. Horan battles with Richardson.
Once again, Curry up on that line, taking LaCroix's place.
Yeah, Richardson gives him a few whacks. LaCroix did go to the dressing room. We'll hope he's okay. Quick shot, blocked in front, and sent back to the point where Sharoni did a good job of keeping it in on his backhand. And a quick backhand sent aside by Horan. That pass on in front, good intercept by the Saints.
Oh, Sharoni pinched, and they had the breakout on his side, and they just couldn't complete the pass in center.
Richardson turns this one over. Horan intercepts it. He'll try a short side and a stick save by Anderson. A lot of confidence in this young man. At the point, Sharoni. He'll send a backhander blocked by Richardson. Thomas buzzing right now and trying to get a change in. That shot goes wide. Sharoni cycles back to the point. He has time. He fires a shot. They score! And that'll do it is Luke Sharoni. I believe it hit a Saints player and went in, but they'll take it as Thomas takes this game a 2-1 victory in overtime. Just a minute 20 in.
It bounced off the Churchville-Chili player and into the net. I hope the young man's okay.
As I believe that, I think that's Hunter Richardson that hit off of. But nonetheless, with the win, Thomas moves to 7-1-1 on the year. And Churchville will drop it to 6-2 and 0-1 if we're including the overtime losses or so. Thomas continues its climb, now 8 points on the year in the division. And we'll be back with our player of the game after this. Is that right now, final score 2-1 Webster after this. We're back with our Player of the Game. More of your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. We're with our Player of the Game here now, Nick Anderson, 8th grade goalie. This is a Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week on My 18 Sports. Nick, it was a tough loss for you guys, 2-1 in overtime to Webster Thomas, but you got the start tonight and made a lot of key saves for your team. So how'd you feel going into the game?
I felt pretty good. I warmed up really well before the game, and I was just really focused.
And now talk about, the play in front of you, because you obviously made some key saves, but at times your team was also having a good back check and tying some sticks up in front of the net.
Yeah, well, some of the key saves, they were just some bad bounces that, the defenseman couldn't pick up, and then some of the plays, other plays the defenseman should have picked up, but other than that, it's pretty good, solid play.
Now, is this one of the games that you kind of look at afterwards and think, what could have been, this is one that perhaps maybe got away from you guys?
Yeah, I should have probably saved that one that went in off the post, but because I was a little bit out of position, but other than that, it was a pretty solid game.
Well, nonetheless, Nick, you're our player of the game, so here's this awesome plaque for you. Congratulations, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
My 18 Sports would like to introduce today's Zweigels fan of the game, Dylan Clark, an 8th grader from Churchville-Chili. Dylan receives a Zweigels t-shirt and a $25 gift certificate from Locker Room Sports.
Well, an exciting game for our first game of the year for the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week on My 18 Sports. Webster Thomas with a 2-1 overtime victory over the Churchville-Chili Saints, and a lot of things stand out. I know one player standing out to you in particular. That was 8th grade goalie for the Saints, Nick Anderson. He was pretty much a big reason why Churchville was in this game.
They say real estate's location, location, location. This game was Anderson, Anderson, Anderson. They were outstanding in the first period, Webster Thomas, with all the pressure, and Anderson made some great saves. Then the second period, Webster took a couple penalties, and Churchville-Chili got the momentum, got the goal, and third period they tied it, but with, 10 seconds left or whatever, the play of the game, that save he made, Matt. He flicked his left pad out. This is an 8th grader under pressure. They've been bombarded for the last 5 minutes, and he made it just a spectacular save. There is no doubt that he was the player of the game, and you said he'd only played 3 minutes. That's his coming out party. Congratulations, Nick Anderson. You deserve player of the game.
Absolutely. It was a great contest. Luke Stroney, the overtime winner. Alpha Hunter Richardson. Hopefully that young man is okay. Very broken up afterwards, so hopefully he's okay. But nonetheless, Webster comes away with a victory. And move on now to 7-1-1 on the year. So we'd like to thank our staff here at Webster Ice Arena and the gang for filming us. For VJ Stanley, I'm Matt Winthrop. Thank you for watching the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. We'll see you next time.